Welcome back and thank you very much. I've been joined by the Honourable Godfrey Tangu. He is the Bayon. He is the MP for Wa East constituency. But before that, let's get into Kulun, the constituency and a community out there where water is a prized commodity. My colleague Brighton Anamfo has been finding out why a borehole that was constructed a long time ago is yet to produce its first drop of water.
The community contributes 100 million. So, and we drill a borehole. It was water, but we don't have money to buy the hairs and then the pipes.
Over 400 people live here. The excitement is only because they have visitors. The community is quiet when there are no visitors, and there is virtually no activity. This is due to inadequate social amenities. There is no health facility here. A 30-minute walk or a 10-minute ride on a bike will take residents to Yala for health care. For pregnant women of Kulun, drinking this water is a danger because the facility can't take care of them properly. In this difficulty, water is a challenge. Getting the commodity is a headache. This is the only source. They would never pray for the dry season to come because the season is a nightmare in the search for water.
This is what residents of Kulun here in the Upper West region rely on. This is the only source, and at this time of the year when it is dried up, there is indeed a huge problem for them. Women, children, and everyone in the community relies on this kind of water from this stagnant pool. It starts from right behind me and drips here, and it gathers. I'm told that it takes hours for it to gather to the level that it can be scooped into their receptacles or containers. Residents of Kulun are really distressed. Water is a prized commodity, a challenge they are battling to deal with.
They rely on this for household chores. I doubted at being told that this is indeed the water used for drinking. Then I got the shock of my life. Even children were given some to drink. They had made effort to dig a borehole, but had been unsuccessful. A last-minute effort, however, yielded some water, but resources had run out. To get pumps to bring out the water, some more funding was needed to finish the work.
We don't have money to buy the hairs and then the pipes. So the contractor told us that we should find 30 million. So we want to contact the DCE. And the DCE too, he said that he will come. We follow him up to date. So we went to the Funsi Assemblyman. We contacted him that he should send us to MP at Accra. MP said he have called the DCE and give him the go ahead. So he called the DCE and the DCE to say that he's going to Tamale. That after he returned, that he will come.
They therefore had to continue relying on this unwholesome water for use. Several appeals in the past for help did not yield any results.
Now water is a very, very huge problem here. Now, right now, they have to walk about 1 kilometer before they can get to the source of water. And even when they get to the source of water, they are scrambling for the water of animals. So the animals also go there to look for the same water, the same source of water, and that's where the animals also drink from.
The district assembly is ready to step in. The promise is that Kulun's water challenge will be fixed.
They have initiated a borehole and then they hit water and reported to assembly. So when it was reported to assembly that they themselves have initiated a borehole and they had water, I went to the community myself, went and saw the borehole. So I asked them to actually provide details of the one who drilled the borehole, so that I'll contact him to find out about the yield of the borehole, so that the assembly will take it up and complete for them. So for now, we are ready to support them to complete the borehole for them. Once we have made several attempts and could not get water, and they themselves have now been able to drill and hit water, we are ready to take it up and complete it.
The only source they could rely on is dried up. The community lives close to the Kulun River. In October 2017, the river had water.
3 months ago in October, I stood at this very same place, the Kulun River. This is the shores of the Kulun River. There was indeed water. Vehicles had to struggle to get to the other side. Motorbikes had to do the same. 3 months on in February, it is totally dried up. The river has been cut into pieces. Communities that lie on the banks of the river rely on it for consumption, but now they have to struggle to even get a little that's left in the river.
With the river dried up and no rains expected till May, residents of Kulun would have to wait for the borehole to be fixed before they can access clean water for use. Brighton and Anfo, TV3.
And that's Brighton and Anfo's report as part of our Missions Ghana projects supported by Star Ghana with funding from UK Aid, the European Union, and the Danida as well. Thank you very much, Honourable Godfrey Tangu Bayon, MP4 Wise, for joining me. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is the plight of your people out there. They have done their bit, gotten the borehole. Okay. They need just the top. Can we make a promise to them to deliver them from this? I couldn't tell Fula, the drink, Fula, from water, what they are drinking.
That is true. Yeah, thank you very much, my brother. Kulun has been one of the unfortunate communities in the district. In fact, the assembly has done a lot of boreholes all across the district. But unfortunately, the water table in Kulun happens not to be good.
Right.
And so several attempts, as indicated by the DC, have been made, but unsuccessful. And so even during the last elections, it was a problem to approach the community, because they were so pent up. They said they wouldn't understand why they could not have water. And so we had to go begging them and making them to understand that at least they should vote, so that we'll try as much to see how we can.
It's been more than a year after the elections.
Is
there help coming to them? They have the borehole.
Yes,
they need just the top. Can you make them a commitment to get that for them?
It's true. When I came into office, immediately I was able to get 6 boreholes from the Ministry of Water and Sanitation. And Kulun happens to be one of the communities that are fixed to benefit from it. But then, at a point, they called me and they were making the complaints. Then, of course, as an MP, I have to collaborate with the district assembly. I don't have to do things haphazardly. So I called the DC. This is what your people are. In fact, the DC happens to come from that area. This is what your people are complaining. And you know this story. Then he said, yes, they have actually told him that they were successful in drilling a borehole themselves. And so what was left was the pump head.
Where is it? Where is it? Whose job is it to get them? You made a promise to them before the election that when you come into power, this will end. 1 year after, no show.
That particular borehole, I didn't initiate it. It is the community itself that initiated it.
Can you help them to complete it?
Why not? And that is exactly why immediately they called me. I called the DC to see what was happening, that borehole, the head, it couldn't be gotten. He said, no, he has gone to the community, he has seen the borehole, and like he's saying, definitely you have to find out the water yield of a borehole before fixing such a thing. Otherwise, you may do it and it's something else.
So what have you found? What is the
He
water
says,
yield? What does it look like?
Well, he hasn't told me what it is, but he says that they are ready to buy the borehole. Even yesterday, in the evening, I still talked with him.
How ready are they? How soon can they?
He
Look,
says today.
This is appalling.
He says today he will be in office and he will make sure they release the money to the contractor. This was what he told me yesterday.
So if he doesn't do it, what would you do as an MP?
If he doesn't do it, I will look into my common fund and also see how I can procure it for them.
I'm asking these questions, Honorable, because you made the people a promise. They didn't want to vote. You told them that vote for me when I come. And one year drinking this, the repercussions.
You know, this has not been a new problem.
Yes, but we cannot continue.
But what
like
I'm
that.
saying
Change
is,
has come, hasn't it?
Of course, it has come. But when it's a process, if the minister has promised that they will give 6 boreholes to my constituency or my district, and I fix one for Kulun, definitely I cannot go and force Minister of Sanitation to jump.
Can you, for example, Honorable, as an egalitarian, decide that, every month when I get my money from Parliament, I'll take 10% of it, put it together, and do this for Kulun? Can you do that?
That is not even taking my own salary or something, because at least some common funds do come to me.
They come in late all the time.
Yes, sometimes. That is the problem that we are faced with. Otherwise, I think the stage that they have reached, I don't think we have...
Do you feel their pain? The people of Kulun?
They are my people, and I feel it very much. They are very hospitable to me, and have worked with them over the years.
But this is not acceptable. Children are drinking this, worms, diseases of all kinds.
Kulun happens to be a community that is surrounded by rivers. Unfortunately, in our area, the one is dry season, the rivers all run down. But even that one is not supposed to be
I'm looking for solution right now for the people of Kulun. We've gone there, we show you the water levels.
Yes.
And now in the dry season, how the water is gone.
Yeah.
We want immediate solution for them. Can we put timelines to it?
Very well. The DC has said he's going to office today to release the money.
26th of February.
Yes, let's believe that he will do that. And even after here, I'll call him again, because I made him to watch this
he's
program.
watching. What is his name? Let's say good morning to him.
Moses Jotia.
Moses Jotia, good morning to you. The people's destiny and their lives rest in your hands. Can you release the money, please, so the people of Kulun can get water to drink? Good morning.
Yes.
So
I believe he will do it, and immediately I leave this place, I'll be on him again so that he releases the money. Because it's only buying the pump head and fixing it. I think that is the problem for now.
That is all?
Yes, for now. Yes, except that maybe that community still doesn't have electricity, that we could talk of mechanizing it.
Right.
But it doesn't have for now.
So aside water, there's also electricity problem.
Yes.
Honorable.
That's not the only problem, it's even road.
Because
that river that you are watching, you know, it crisscrosses the roads. A lot of the roads in our area. And so one of the things is how to even bridge them. We have carried this problem over and over, yet the issue of funding has always been the problem. But we are hopeful this time we'll be able to cross some of these rivers. So it's not only water issue. It is about electricity. It is also about the road. These things, if they are done, the whole place will be opened up. Luckily, too, the last government started constructing a road from Wale Wale through to Tantale in the northern region and almost into my constituency. And this road is supposed to pass through these communities to Wa. So it means that with that project, those rivers will be crossed.
Right.
And if they are crossed, then the problem would have been solved.
26th of February, Honorable Godfrey Tangu Bayon made a promise to us, MP for Wa East constituency. And as you know, it's my pension. I'll be following up on that promise
very well.
Fair and square. So 26th, we'll be checking with the people of Kulun so we make sure they have clean water to drink. But I thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much,
and this conversation has been made possible via our Missions Ghana project. It's supported by the Star Ghana Initiative and also with funding from Danida, the UK Aid and the European Union. We'll be back with some more enjoyment.